7 races down, 1 race remains in the 2024 Amsoil East Series Championship. It has been an extremely tight points battle with a new title contender that has emerged in the last 4 races. Ronald Kennington has won 3 out of the last 4 and is now only 3 points behind Burnett. And then you got Takashi, who's also only 2 points behind. Been a fantastic season, and it all comes down to New Smyrna, a crazy short track in Florida, and oh yeah, on Christmas Eve. It's the Amsoil 200th race 8 of the season for the 2024 Amsoil East Championship. What's up, everyone? It's your boy NR 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome back to New Smyrna Speedway. And this is gonna be a fun one. Last year it went caution free. Don't know about that here this year, but it's definitely gonna be action packed because we have a title on the line here tonight, and we realistically have 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 cars to have a shot. But we are really gonna be focusing on 3: Burnett, Takashi, and Kennington. We could have a scenario where Ronald Kennington could get 2 championships here tonight and tomorrow on Christmas Eve. I'm joined by Matthew Hubert once again, and welcome to New Smyrna.
Wow, what a season it has been in not only this series, but all 3 series. A lot of action, a lot of drama, and we could potentially see it here tonight. We have 6 drivers separated by 10 points, but once again, it's 3 drivers that really matters. Matthew Burnett, although he hasn't won this season, has 6 top 10s and has the highest average finish. And Takashi and Kennington, Ronald Kennington has 3 wins and could really surprise us here tonight.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, Kennington would be a upset to say the least, because he was 7th in points before winning at Nashville Fairgrounds last week, and gained 3 wins in the last 4. Who knows if he can maybe steal this one, but I think Burnett, like you said, he has the best average finish, might be the best driver for this championship. But, however, Takashi is the best out of those 3 in the 3rd position. And then we go deep in the field. About midway through is the number 20 of Matthew Burnett, I should say. And then in the back part of the field, trying to find him here.
He's actually beside Matthew
Burnett.
Yeah,
right next to Burnett. So these two are not in terrible shape, but Takashi is definitely in a better spot than the other 3 that could play into a big role here at New Smyrna.
Considering what we saw in the JBL All-Star race and the Melio Smithfest, we could see some of the drivers up front shuffle back, whilst Matthew Burnett and Ronald Kennington could find their way closer to third. That's if Lady Luck doesn't have anything to say about it.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, and this is one of the more easier short tracks to make the way up through the field, like we've seen in some other special events, and we'll see what can happen here. I will say Burnett is in the 2nd season in the East Series, so he does have that experience going into his favor here tonight. Burnett has a 2-point lead over Takashi in 2nd, and then Ronald Kennington is in 3rd, 3 points behind. If things get crazy, cannot count Mr. Edge Nicholas Samadillo, has been quiet but consistent, 4th in points -9. William Beal and Dale Campbell are tied for 5th, 10 points behind. And then Felix Miller, if things get really crazy here, Felix Miller still has a mathematical shot but needs a lot of help. 17 points behind, that's almost the max you can get of 20. So, really we're going to pay attention to Burnett, Takashi, and Kennington for the most part here tonight. But William Ayers on the pole. We still have 1 race winner to decide, and it could be William Ayers on the pole. And alongside is Trey White in the number 31. Roll number 2 will be the number 1 of Kasumi Takashi, 2nd in points, and Blythe Weem. Roll number 3 will be Dale Campbell and the number 10 of Local Dorn. Roll number 4 is Jack Haas in the number 11, and the 06 of Skylar Taylor. Row number 5 will be Felix Mayer and one of our championship contenders and the point leader starting in 10th, Matthew Burnett. Row number 6 is our third major championship contender of Ronald Kennington and the number 12 of Sean Mullen. And then we got the number 6 of Will Parrish and the number 28 of Ryan Lill. And then in the 7th row we got Nicholas Sanwadillo and Austin Scott. And right after field we got the number 48 of Jordan Stout and the 95 of Brandon Beal. 50 laps on tap here tonight for quite possibly one of the craziest races of the season for the Amsoil East Series. It is the Amsoil 200. One more race winner, one more champion. Who do you think will win here tonight?
Look out for Derek Hamrill to win the race, and I really hope I'm not cursing her here, but Kasumi Takashi will win the championship.
I bet you would like to see that in the development driver, but knowing this racetrack, anything can and will happen. It's been a great season here for the Amsoil East Series, and it all comes down to this 50 laps at New Smyrna Speedway, and we have a green flag race for the Amsoil 200 here in New Smyrna, Florida. And I always saw the craziness of almost 3 wide for the race lead. Kasumi Takashi will lead lap number 1 and gain a crucial bonus point towards the championship. Hamrill up to the 2nd place spot. Jack Kasumi moves on the inside lane as well. And let the craziness begin at New Smyrna.
Yep, Kasumi Takashi wasting no time to get into the lead, and already Ronald Kennington is looking into the top 5, about to pass William Ayers, already past Trey Wright, and here comes Derek Hamrill in the 15 looking to the outside of Takashi.
Derek Hamrill all over the back bumper, former JBL Cup Series champion, was the point leader for the majority of the season but has fallen off towards the second half, but still wants a race win here tonight, and hey, he still has a slim shot if he wins the race and everyone else in front of him and points what's out. He still has a small chance at this title, and we saw that last night in the West Series where Tana Pun almost won the title, and it was a scenario where literally was 1 point difference, but that is not good. Hamrill overshoots to the corner. Now Takashi going back to the race lead here. All the way on lap 6 of 50, Kennington all the way inside the top 5, and Matthew Burnett did fall back to the last place spot, but now on the inside lane should be able to make some moves to the front.
That's just the nature of this track. Get stuck on the outside lane and you drop back. However, move up to the inside lane and you could pass like several cars as we see here. Takashi really needs to get down to the bottom ASAP, or else she'll probably be passed by Felix Mayer and even Ronald Kennington and Nicholas Sanwadillo.
Felix Mayer to the inside for that 2nd place spot. Now Kennington side by side. This would, in theory, I believe, be the battle for the championship at the moment, with Burnett being in the back. Now Kennington, I believe, is going to be the new point leader, and I think we are under caution, and yes we are.
Oh man, Shauna Martin and Bradley Ream. Yeah.
And the number 10 of Local Dawn as well.
And 10 laps and we have a caution.
Something I did not have last season. And the aggressiveness is definitely a little bit up there than last season, but then Hamrill will lead us to the restart. A very crazy first 10 laps right there, but we still have 40 laps to go. Kennington in 3rd, Takashi in 4th, and then meanwhile Matthew Burnett was able to make it through that wreck, and he's going to restart in the 13th spot. The 30 of Ream is out, and Local Dawn's going to be out, and I would imagine same with Sean Martin. And with that, let's go ahead and see what happened for the first caution of the night in the Amsoil East Series finale. Well, we mentioned that we could get a caution, and we definitely got one here 3 wide. In the back, literally for last place. Bradley Wynn was just wanting to get to the inside of the number 12 of Mullen, but Mullen's teammate, a local Dorn, got a huge one off turn 4 and heading into turn 1, and just a 3 wide squeeze in turns 1 and 2. And it wouldn't be the East Series without having another flip. And we got the 10 on his side, and Sharman goes for a tumble. In turn number 2, we've had a ton of flips in all 3 series. I didn't think we would get a flip here at New Smyrna, but it happened anyway. And a tough way to end a rough 2024 for Bronson Minutes Development Driver. Had a tough chase in the truck series and has had a tough season here in the East Series. Dorn, Mullen, and Weem all involved in this one.
We had some crazy moments in all 3 series this year, and you know what? Let's have one more. And making it 3 wide for last, not really the best decision on Rogel Dorn's part. And if Shauna Martin stays out, she might play a factor on who wins the championship.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Hopefully, they either fix that 12 machine or just go to the garage. Tough break for all 3 cars involved, but gonna have a restart here. The first of possibly a couple, with Dale Campbell as the race leader. Let's go ahead and get back to the restart here at New Smyrna. Welcome back to New Smyrna Speedway. 3 cars are out after that one. The 30 of Brad Loreen, the 10 of Local Dorn, and unfortunately the 12 of Sharman was pit looping, and because of this being the championship finale, we didn't want a pit looping be a deciding factor of this championship. Unfortunately for Fierce Mayor, that 97 is out of the running because the maximum that you can get is 20, and I believe is now basically where Fierce Mayor cannot win the title, but still has a shot at the race win. Dale Campbell released back to the green flag with Mayor, Kennington, Takashi, and Sam Deal, the top 5 back green on that 15.
It's gotta be clean for right now, but I would not be surprised if Ronald Kennington makes it free like Takashi did on lap 1.
Oh, that was tight off turn number 4, and here's the thing, if Kennington wins this race, that would be 4 wins in 8 races, and 4 wins in the last 5. That would be absolutely incredible from Ronald Kennington if he can hang on and do that here tonight. But same deal, is 4th in points, has a slim shot at the title still. He wants to lead a lap, he wants, in theory, wants to lead the most laps and get 2 bonus points right there and probably win the race. Here comes Dale Campbell back on the inside. Jack Haas, he's had a terrible season. Flipped multiple times in multiple series. He is a beautiful shot. And meanwhile, the number 20 of Burnett, he is stuck behind Jordan Stout, just outside the top 10.
Well, at this point, it's probably between Kennington and Takashi. That is unless Burnett finds an opportunity to pass both of them. They did enter this race separate by 3 points, so I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. But anyways, here comes Derek Hamill back to the lead.
You cannot count out Dale Campbell, only 10 points behind. And right now, he is easily 10 positions ahead of at least Burnett, but not 10 positions ahead of Takashi and the number 69 of Kennington. So, right now, it would go down to those 2, and I think it would go down to, at the moment, Takashi is just so close. Burnett was able to get past Jordan Stout, and now has caught up to the 6, the 95, the 06, and all these guys right behind him. Takashi will officially get down to the race lead, well, not the race lead, to the point lead, and here comes Sam Dio possibly for the top spot.
Sam Dio hasn't had the strongest of runs in the ARCA series, but showing his form here in the E series, 4th in points, but no wins, just like the Wawa Cup Series until North Wilkesboro. But here it goes, diving down into turn 2 on the 15th Dark Hamlin. Look out, Felix Mayer almost made it 3 wide.
That ton missed the edge right there. Last year, he won 3 times in the main ARCA series, but didn't finish 10th in points. It's not been a good season, but he's gonna go way wide, and now 3 wide for the race to lead. This is definitely way more intense than what we had last year for the East Series. And the main reason why is that we went up from 103 to 104, and this is great stuff. How about Jack Haas? He's up to 3rd in the number 11.
Like you said, Jack Haas, my former teamer in the JBL Cup Series. Anyways, had a pretty rough season, all things considered. What a way to end the season, potentially, with a race win. But not if Sam Adio has anything to say about it.
That is tight off of turn number 4. Sam Adio is going to take the race lead. And, oh, Jack Haas is about to get turned.
Goodness.
And that happened right in front of Takashi. Whew.
That almost gave me flashbacks from the Devil's Ball race in the main ARCA series right there. My goodness. Jack Haas almost just wiped out almost got wiped out in front of half the field, it looks like. But, yeah, way more exciting than it was last season. Whew.
And you know who loves what he sees in front of him, and that's Sam Adio. So only pull away a little bit. Takashi in the 2nd place spot. Burnett is moving up through the field. Now Kennington is dropping back, and Burnett is now in contention. And now we might have to start thinking about a potential battle between the top 2 in points of Burnett and Takashi. With 20 laps to go, 19 at the line. Burnett is not that far behind Takashi. If he can get past the 97 and past the 15, then we could have a battle between Burnett and Takashi. But how about Sam Adio trying to get his first win on the season across all 3 series?
Well, knowing this is Mr. Edge, I think he'll find a way to get that victory. But how about this? Matthew Burnett saying he's not done with the championship battle yet. He's recovered from the back of the grid. Now he's up to 6th place and might even get past the 06 potentially for a top 5. So he's not out of it just yet. And saying that, Takashi is going to get by Sam Adio for the lead with 15 laps to go.
Oh man, oh man. If Takashi wins this race, it probably won't even matter of what Burnett does at that point. Takashi is going to hang on to lead another lap this time by. Burnett making some moves to the inside of the CO6, and now there goes Skylar Taylor up the racetrack. And it is a 4-position difference between Burnett and Takashi. Sam Adio sideways off of turn number 4. 14 laps to go in a fantastic battle here at New Smyrna.
I tell you what, it could go down to the final lap here, potentially. And how about, and don't count Burnett yet, just yet. 4th place. If they finish the way they do, they might tie for the points lead. Oh, here comes Felix Mayer. My goodness. Almost turned Takashi.
I think the way that is right now, Burnett's not led a lap yet. Takashi might be in the running for leading the most laps, so that would be 2 points, 2 bonus points right there. What Burnett needs to do is just worry about finishing ahead of that number 1. And we could end up having a scenario where the winner of the race wins the championship. Burnett up to 2nd with 10 laps to go here in the Amsoil 200.
Imagine Matthew Burnett trying. He started in 10th, fell back early. Now He has a late race car, while Takashi a mid-race car, and man, this could be the drive of the season if Burnett can pull off the win.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of the doubt, Burnett joined Joe Gibbs Racing in the GBL Cup season next season, driving with the number 20, trying to get some good luck over there, and this would be very ironic and very interesting if he can carry this over, but we only have 7 laps to go, and I believe Takashi might wrap up the most laps led. So I think they are tied, and I believe whoever wins the race will become the champion. Don't quote me on that because I don't have live points, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. With 6 laps to go, these 2 are pulling away, and it looks like it will come down to Takashi and Burnett for the race and the championship.
Luckily for Takashi, she has a good enough gap to Jack Haas right now, and she could afford to move up to the outside and maybe try and get a pass on Burnett with a couple laps to go. And don't look now. Here comes Jack Haas. Here comes Derek Hamill, my pick to win, running in 4th, so it's not over for him yet. And here comes Takashi back to the lead.
Burnett needs to get down now if he wants a shot. I think he's going to be good. He's going to have one more shot at it for this championship. 3 laps to go. Burnett and Takashi, the winner of the race, should win the championship. But what if Derek Hamill steals it from his teammate? Here comes Burnett to the inside of Takashi. 2 laps to go at New Smyrna. Takashi on the outside, Burnett on the inside. What is Derek Hamill going to do? Is he going to let Takashi by? Or is he going to try and pass Takashi? Takashi's going to go up high. Burnett goes up the racetrack. Takashi trying to get to the inside. Final lap of the season. Top 3 battling for the win, and the top 2 battling potentially for the championship. Takashi trying to build up a 1, but not a good one off turn number 2. Off turn number 4, it's going to be Matthew Burnett possibly winning the race and the championship at New Smyrna.
Wow. I tell you what, that might be, like I said, Burnett pulled off the move of the century from back to the front and potentially gets the championship. And fair play to Matthew Burnett in the number 20 car.
Did a very clean, all things considered, of what we saw here tonight. Did a very clean pass multiple times, and Takashi raced very clean bat. And a credit to Derek Hamill, got a top 3 finish, but did not get involved in the championship. We're going to quickly take a look at possibly this points battle, because I believe I am right on Takashi getting the most laps led. Burnett did get a bonus point for leading a lap late, so that's going to help him. So I think it might be Burnett by either a tie or by 1 point for the second night in a row. But what a race here at New Smyrna Speedway. That does not get any better than what we just saw. And this is why we have the All-Star race here. This is why we have the ARCA and the East Series finales. Because that was fantastic. What's the final thoughts as I put the points in of that race here at New Smyrna?
Like I said, it's going to be a shuffle race. Drivers coming from the back to the grid can potentially get there up front. Matthew Burnett has taken that into advantage, won the race, and potentially the championship. And to be fair, Ronald Kennington, he tried what he could, only finished on in 11th, so tough break there for Ronald Kennington, as the momentum he had from the last 4 weeks hadn't really paid off here tonight.
It did not, and looking at the points, Burnett and Takashi actually tied with the most points, because Burnett won the race and and got a bonus point for leading lap. That's 19. Takashi got second and got a bonus point got a bonus point for leading lap and a bonus point for leading the most laps. They actually tied with the most amount of points. Because it was a 2-point difference, it stayed a 2-point difference. So Matthew Burnett wins the race and wins the championship by 2 points. Dave Hamill is going to finish third in the race and third in the championship, 12 points behind. Same with Dio is going to get fifth in the race and finishes in a tie for fourth between Ronald Kennington and Sam Dio, 13 points behind. Brian Beal in sixth, minus 20. Felix Smyrna in 7th, minus 25. Troy White in 8th, minus 36. Jack Haas, all things considered, got a win. Lost or flipped a couple times. He comes home 9th in points, minus 37. And then Jordan Stout rounds out the top 10 in points, minus 43. Fantastic stuff here tonight at New Smyrna Speedway. And it was not as close as I thought, but it still ended up being the battle for the win was for the championship. Burnett wins it by 2 points over Kasumi Takashi. What a race.
Wow. And like you mentioned, he also won the West Series championship. I haven't seen the West Series finale yet, so I may need to look into that after the finale.
Oh yeah, last night in the West Series it came down to 1 point for Juan Garcia, and this one came down to 2 points. So we'll see what ends up happening. Tomorrow night, Ronald Kennington and St. Crawford are separated by 3 points, and we could have a scenario where all 3 championships are separated by maybe less than 3 points. That could be absolutely wild. Congratulations to Burnett on the win and the championship. Still a great season for Kasumi Takashi. Doesn't get any better than that, just 2 points short. But a great season of the Amsoil East Series. A lot of fun races. And congratulations to Matthew Burnett with his first championship on the channel. And we'll see what he can do and carry that momentum over into the JBL Cup Series, driving the number 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ironically enough, but still got one more championship and one more race here in 2024 for the NS Racing 97 calendar, and that is the Amsoil 250 tomorrow night. 63 laps of action, and it's going to be a duel between St. Crawford and Ronald Kennington for the championship, but you cannot count Tampon, who's trying to go back-to-back and is only 10 points behind. Thanks for Hubert for joining me up here in the booth. Thanks for everyone that watched this entire season of the Amsoil East Series. It was a lot of fun, and cannot wait to see what happens tomorrow night for the Amsoil Arca Championship. Congratulations on Hubert, on Burnett. This happens when there's multiple Matthews. Congratulations to Matthew Burnett on the win and the championship. And we will see you guys tomorrow night for the finale of the main Arca Series. Bye!